Hi, I'm Simon at Casual Carp Baits. This is just a quick video showing you how to build a temporary otter fence. Now, going back to about November time, we had a problem with otters. We found a few dead fish on the side of the bank, and it was absolutely clear that it was an otter that was killing them, taking about one fish every 3 days. The biggest we lost was about 16.4. As far as we know, lost around 6 or 7 fish before we could get anything in place. Now, the lake I run is a private fishery, just a couple of us fish. The chances of us affording an otter fence to go around it, let alone the landowner letting us put it up, was never going to happen. So started researching, found a company called Otter Fencing who sell these, which are stakes for your temporary otter fence, along with the cable. And if you do need any advice, they are really helpful and really good. So how this works, we're actually missing a cable at the moment, so there should be a third cable, but we borrowed that off somebody and they took it back a couple of days ago, so I'm just waiting for another one to arrive. But the theory behind this is that if you get a low fence that's got 3 layers that they can't get under, and if they're going to jump over, and then you make sure the electricity is nice and high, they're going to get an absolute whack, and it hopefully will be enough to deter them. As far as we're aware, and we have been checking thoroughly, we haven't lost a fish since this was installed when it was 3 layers. It's been 3 days of it being 2 layers, and we haven't had any further problems. It does appear like they've gone, or they've gone to find some food that's easier. So as I said, this was a lot cheaper than a proper fence. We fenced just over half an acre, and it cost us about 290 quid including the VAT. So all you do is you get these black stakes, you stake them 2 to 4 meters apart. It does depend on how many bends you've got to go around, the shape of your lake, what the land lie is like, and so on. And then when you come down, I'll just walk us down here. This is the fence going along, and this is a corner fence post. So these get properly staked, hammered into the ground, and you put the wire through those plastic bits, and this takes you around the corners to help keep your tension up. And as you can see, the fence carries on down there. In your mind, when you do it, you think of the shape of your lake, you work out the corners. I would suggest as a tip is to get a couple extra of these, because lakes generally have more bends in them, and we found that we needed a couple more than we had based on the shape. Again, with the black posts, depending on the lie of the land, you may need more or less. There are some parts where we've gone longer because we've not had enough posts, and there are some parts where the land is a bit more undulating and we've had to put posts at 1 meter apart to stop it touching. The grass has just started growing here, so we're going to need to just trim that back down. But my advice would be, if you can get like a petrol strimmer and just take it straight around the lake in the exact route you want to go, and just strim everything down to the ground, and then put your fence in where that strimmer is, so you've got nothing earthing it or having any problems. We didn't do that because I didn't realise at the time. We were keen to get it up quickly. We've had a few earthing problems, but it seems to it's been okay. As I say, there's no more otters, but as a tip, if you could strim your path round, and then put your fencing in where you've strimmed, and then you can just keep strimming under it carefully. In the winter it won't grow, which is the time when they most likely come. See this is really good option if you're struggling with otters and you haven't got the funds to fork out on a proper fence. It does take a little bit more maintenance. We come down every couple of days in the first instances, just to make sure that there wasn't anything laying on it. We've had problems where the geese have flown into it, and other biofowl have flown into it and twisted the cabling up and slackened the line. So again, if you've got the money to spend on a proper otter fence, you won't have those issues. But for the purpose of this, it's done the job. It takes a bit more maintenance. It's not perfect, but if you are looking for a quick solution, we had the posts delivered. I think it took about 2 days for the posts to come. Next days we were there, so 3 days after finding the fish, we had a fence fully installed. You can run them off a battery pack, which I think Rapper supply. I would speak to them for advice for what you need and where you need. My lake's down on the dairy farm, so we just hooked into the farm's cattle electric fencing for the hookup, so that was nice and easy if you have got that available that's from a mains. that'll do the job very well and is nice and strong. Thank you for watching. I hope this is helpful. If you've got a problem with otters, this is a really quick solution, even if you're having to wait to have a fence built, that hopefully will work. It does take a bit of work, but it will hopefully do the job. Hopefully lose some less of your carp to otters. Thank you very much for watching.